In Israel and in much of the world, Iron Dome needs no introduction. After 7 years defending against more than 1,700 Gaza-launched rockets, Iron Dome has come to symbolize Israeli ingenuity abroad, while at home, it's a generic term for any national effort aimed at fortifying security. Against tunnels at the Gaza border, Israel is erecting an underground Iron Dome. Against hackers and cyber threats, the goal here is a digital Iron Dome.
We're aiming to establish what I like to call the digital Iron Dome.
But with Israel and Iran headed for military confrontation in Syria, and with Hezbollah's 100,000-plus heavy rockets and missiles threatening from Lebanon, Israel's newest front line of defense, a system known here as David Sling, is sure to become the next household word in the coming war in the north. Designed to serve as the heavy-lifting layer of Israel's multi-tiered network, David Sling defends hundreds of square kilometers of airspace. It bridges lower-tier, localized threats handled by Iron Dome and the upper-tier Arrow that aims to destroy much longer-range, possibly nuclear-tipped ballistic missiles in space.
You can compare it to any kind of system you can imagine. Dealing with any kind of threat from the ground, from the surface, up to the atmosphere, the end of the atmosphere.
In addition to short-range ballistic missiles and long-range artillery rockets, like the Iranian Kashay destroyed last month on Syrian soil, David Sling is also designed to defend against cruise missiles and other so-called air-breathing threats, like the Iranian drone launched from Syria that was shot down over Israel earlier this year.
It's not like Iron Dome, whose threats were defined as custom rockets of short range. In David Sling, we know how to look far enough in the future to determine what threats we would face and what scenarios David Sling would need to give answers to.
Unlike Iron Dome, which uses an explosive warhead to destroy incoming targets, David Sling's dolphin-shaped radar and electro-optically guided missile, called the Stunner, destroys threats through sheer force of impact. It's like hitting a bullet with a bullet.
It's the first missile in the world that is hit to kill. Due to its low weight, can be produced at lower prices, and we can launch it and will succeed in hitting the target. Not only hitting the target, but the explosive material in the incoming threats can be exploded in the air. So everything that falls to the ground will be devoid of explosives, and thus it's much less dangerous to the people on the ground.
And unlike Iron Dome, which was developed exclusively in Israel, David...
Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First one was give all praise and honor glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. The monster apostle never get millstone. So I taste the auto occupational works, service for charity. And we just finna get into this lesson. Basically, the video you just seen, you got different types of countries and stuff preparing for these missiles. They preparing with missiles. They ready to send missiles. They ready to gather missiles, gather parts for missiles to burn this place alive. And you got all different countries going at it. Isaiah 66:15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. So when Yahweh Shah come back, he gonna send fire with his chariots. What that fire is gonna do? It's gonna burn you people, and it can make the Lord. It can make it feel like forever. He can make it feel like it just hit you, and it can make you feel like you've been in there for 5 years. Or the Lord can make it feel like 1 second. And them chariots gonna zap you people. They finna hit you with chariots. They finna gather the elect. Verse 16, for by fire and by a sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh. Salakia. Isaiah 66 and 16. For by fire and by a sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. So the slain of Yahweh shall be many. So it's gonna be a lot of people dying. It's gonna be a lot of people going through the fire, and people that hide in the bunkers. The elect can get you. Some of the misses can't even get you. This is Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. So that destroying wind is when the missiles hit this place. You gonna have like a wind, like whoosh around this place, and will send unto Babylon fanners, and that shall fan her, and shall be empty her land. For in that day of trouble they shall be against her round about, and them fanners that shall fan her, which her is the world, but the fanners is the missiles. Them fanners finna come and destroy this place. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifted himself up in his bridling, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her hosts. Thus the slain shall fall into the hand of the Chaldeans, and they that thrust through in her streets. So it's finna be a lot of destruction going on in this place. You finna see people dying left and right. And let me get this. This is Daniel's 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, a great prince will stand up for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time, and at the time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So every body gonna set the lake and stuff. Well, we gotta go through it now, but hopefully in them days we ain't gotta go through that. But you people gonna have to go through the great trouble, the troubles that's gonna come upon you, and you people are not gonna like it. It's gonna be horrible for you. You think you can hide, but the Lord ain't gonna let you hide. You gonna have to go through that. This is Matthews 24 and 21. But then shall be great tribulation, such as was never since there was the beginning of the world, to this time, nor ever shall be. So it's going to be a lot of stuff going on. It's going to be a lot of people dying in the street. It's going to be 2/3 of our people dying. I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get another scripture and wrap it up. There's Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in the land saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. So our people gonna have to get cut off and get burned. But when they get in the kingdom, it's gonna be all cool but they gonna be in that shame. But guess what? It's not gonna go how you eat. How you Edomites have to go through it. You Edomites gotta go through a lot. And when I say a lot, it means a lot. Y'all finna have to go through the missiles. Y'all finna have to go through the elect. Y'all finna have to go through slavery. And after that, y'all gonna get burnt in a lake of fire. This is Zechariah 14 and 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And that's heavy, because you don't want your body to dissolve like a snail, a salt putting on a snail. You don't want your body to, your bones melting into dust. You shouldn't want to go through that. But some of you people, it seems like you do want to go through that, because our people don't want to wake up. But you heathens, you gonna have to go through that. So with that, we can give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Wakal Kodash. The monster apostles and elders get millstone. Salutations to all the occupational words, 72 for charity, Shalom, and a Bible ball.